Today we have a few items on our list. Right now we are at the orthodontist. Leti is getting her teeth looked at. She's always been kind of self-conscious about it, but right now she's getting it scanned, and hopefully good things come from this.
Fertility specialist, and this is our second appointment. I took today off and so did Jacob. This morning, as you saw, we went to the orthodontist and they are saying that I need braces probably for about 2 years just to get them to be straight, and then I'll probably have to see a dentist to get my wisdom teeth out, and then also to do some cosmetic stuff as well. So we're on our way. We have about a half an hour till we'll get there. It just started pouring down rain. Can't I don't know if you can tell, but probably hear it. What are you thinking about today's appointment?
I just hope that he gives us some good news and things are progressing. Maybe hopefully he can just tell us we have a baby.
I don't think that will happen, but I'm hoping that he will at least say that my ovaries are doing a lot better, that the cysts have hopefully calmed down a lot, and also hoping that we will be able to come up with a plan of what to do next. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to what he has to say. Hopefully it's all good news.
We like good news.
We do. We love good news.
Yeah.
We'll see you at the appointment. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. That's my first gray hair.
I pulled it out. I've been wanting to pull it out for the past week. He told me no. And I was just lightly brushing his hair and I yanked it right out of there.
I'm tickling you with it.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Saving that one forever.
I got my period in March. A month after I started my foreman, but I haven't gotten it since.
That's all right.
But that was exciting.
Yeah.
We had a celebration.
Funny how life can be, huh?
Uh-huh.
Celebrate a period.
Yeah.
March when?
March 16th.
Normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. It lasted 9 days, but first 2 days were really light.
Okay. You tolerating the medication?
Mm-hmm.
No problems?
I just have to be careful with what I eat.
Yeah, you do.
But other than that, yeah.
Okay. How much weight have you lost?
I think I weighed 160 something when I did it. Do you have the last week?
161.
Yeah, I'm 155.
Yeah, no problem.
Yay!
Yeah, almost get rid of that palming weight, huh? All right. And do we know that you're not pregnant?
I believe so, yeah.
Have you done tests?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I would suggest we do, I want to hear your thoughts, that
Okay.
I would give you a prescription for Provera, 1 a day for 10 days, get a period, and with that period, on day 3, we'll start the letrozole.
Okay.
That's the medication I talked about last time.
Mm-hmm.
You take 3 a day
3 of the
3 of the letrozole, 3 of Dan days 3 through 7.
Okay.
And you call with that period so we can schedule an ultrasound on day 12.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And we'll see if we have a mature follicle. If we have a mature follicle, then we give you an injection at that point, a trigger injection, knowing that you'll ovulate 36 hours later, and hopefully that's all we got to do.
That would be awesome.
It's going to be a lot easier now than it was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know of any side effects to the letrozole.
That's nice.
Yeah. It doesn't make you crazy or give you hot flashes or any of that crazy stuff. So the Provera, do another home pregnancy test like today or tomorrow before you start taking this. Just
To make sure.
yeah.
Okay.
And then 1 a day for 10 days. Okay?
Okay.
After Provera, any bleeding is your period. So even if it's light, count that as day 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I know it usually starts like 3 to 5 days after I'm done with it.
That's perfect. That's about right.
So we could possibly get pregnant within the next month or so.
If we get lucky, if we get you to ovulate, we're going to be a lot better off.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Well, you've done the hard part right now.
It has been pretty challenging
Uh-huh.
what she eats and
Oh, yeah.
things.
Oh, it'll make you pay, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last week was terrible. We had Association Appreciation Week, and they had free food the whole week, so
Mhm.
I went home sick
And it
on
was all
Thursday.
pure carbs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
Nothing shows appreciation like carbs. Yeah.
Does she continue to take metformin?
Oh, absolutely. You take the metformin until you're about 10 weeks pregnant.
Okay. And what does that do? Because I know,
The metformin
well,
or the
yeah,
letrozole?
for during the pregnancy, because I know my new OB said that if we had come in pregnant, knowing we had PCOS, he would put me on that.
Yeah. It reduces your risk of miscarriage
Okay.
very significantly.
Oh.
And a lot of people use it, a lot of obstetricians use it the entire time you're pregnant. All right. So you call me when you start
Okay.
so we can schedule the ultrasound on day 12.
Okay.
Okay? If it works, great. If not, you and I will talk.
Okay.
I'll call you. We'll talk about what we do next.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's planned.
Okay.
Okay.
So will we check at that time to see if the cysts have gone down, or do you think that they have?
It won't look very different.
It won't look different? Okay.
It just doesn't. But they
Okay.
act differently.
Okay.
That's all we really care about.
Oh, good.
Okay? I mean, we'll look at them and you might notice a difference, but when I first started doing this, I was so universally disappointed. It's like, well, they look the same. Well, wait a minute, everybody's getting pregnant. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I will talk to you soon.
Yes.
Home test before you start it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good one, you guys.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm excited.
I was gonna say, this is exciting.
Tell them what you're thinking.
Well, I'm just wondering, because before we looked at an ultrasound, it had a bunch of little cysts everywhere, which meant that there wasn't a big enough space for an egg to be produced.
Right.
So he said that they're not going to look any different, which makes me think, well, it's not going to look different, and there's not enough space for an egg to be produced, then how's that work? So I'm just a little bit confused about the two different things that kind of contradict each other, at least it seems like it to me.
He said that they act different, so I'm wondering if maybe like one will actually get big enough, one will actually be able to mature. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure either. But he says, I mean, he's the specialist. He's gotten many people pregnant before, so he knows more than we do, right? I mean, he's had years of experience, whereas we're kind of along for the ride, hoping that we'll get get a little peanut soon.
Peanut!
So we were sitting here calculating, and I was thinking about how soon we could have a baby. And the doctor said that I had to be on the Provera for 10 days, starting today. So 10 days, and then the moment that I get my period, I will have to call and we'll set up an appointment for a sonogram on day 12. And then he said that if things are looking good, then I'll get an injection shot, and hopefully by that time we will have ovulated. It'll help us to ovulate, because he's gonna put me on the letrozole or Femera, which I'll be taking that during my period. So confusing, but I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm thinking. Provera, period, with the Femera, sonogram, hopefully injection shot.
Metformin.
Well, yeah, and he wants me to stay on the metformin, so. But he said that we could possibly get a baby soon. If it all goes well, if it all goes planned the way that we are hoping, then Jacob and I could be expecting within the next couple of weeks. How fun! I hope they get your eyeballs. I hope they get your eyeballs.
Oh no, I lost my gray hair. I forgot it there.
Yes.
Most of it doesn't really have to do with space, but it has to do with the whole insulin being too high and your ovaries not having the ability to kind of respond to the messages your brain's trying to tell it. Hey, grow eggs, get one of them to become mature. The metformin helps fix all of that.
Okay. Okay, so then it's just
Now,
helping.
go ahead.
I was just saying, so you're like, so basically what you're saying is just it's pretty much helping the quality.
Yes, it's really helping the quality.
Okay.
Now, for some people that don't really ever get periods very often, it's exciting when you start taking metformin and then you have spontaneous periods. And I think
Yeah.
you made a note that you had a spontaneous
I
period
did.
in March.
Yeah.
So that, I like when that happens because that's kind of proof to the patient that taking the metformin is doing something positive.
Okay.
Because it's kind of hard when you can't see anything that's changing.
Right.
You know, my ovaries look like they did 6 months ago, so why am I taking this medication?
Right.
So for you getting a spontaneous period, if that was not normal for you, that's also proof that the medicine's working. And honestly, if we just left you on the metformin for several more months, you may end up pregnant on your own.
Right.
But you've had a lengthy infertility history. We don't want to just tell patients, oh, take another 6 months and call us if you're not pregnant.
Right.
You know, because you wanted to be pregnant a long time ago. So
Yeah.
now kind of moving back to the infertility drugs, you may get a very different response.
Okay. Okay. That's helpful.
Okay, now I just sent the prescription for the Provera.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and send it for the Femara too, but we don't want you to start taking that until we know for sure that everything looks good.
Okay.
I do want to just look to make sure all of your insurance stuff is good.
Okay.
And we don't have any snags with that. Looks like you're still Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yes. So then with the baseline one, the one that we'll probably do on the day 3, that one will just show you guys that in case there's a bigger one or a bunch of big ones. Okay.
Yep, because people that have PCOS are more prone to get larger cysts, and if you have a larger cyst, the Femara is not going to do its job.
Okay.
So we're hopeful that that's not going to be the case. We also look to make sure that the lining of the uterus is nice and thin, and oftentimes that is the case.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now, it looks like you have coverage. We don't have to get any kind of prior approvals in place.
Cool.
The other medication I want to call in for you is for an injection of a hormone called Avidril or HCG. Did you take that when you took Clomid?
No, all I did was the Clomid and Provera every time.
Okay. So what this injection is designed to do is once we know you have a mature egg or two, then we're going to have you take this injection, and it's going to cause that egg to ovulate within about 40 hours.
Okay.
It is something that we have to order to a mail order pharmacy called Optum RX.
Okay.
And Optum may reroute it to a different mail order pharmacy. Since we've never done this before, it'll be interesting to see where the final prescription lands.
Okay.
But I know with Blue Cross Blue Shield, anything injectable and fertility related has to go through what's called a specialty mail order pharmacy.
Okay.
So what I'll do tomorrow morning is we'll call Optum RX, because that's what your insurance card tells us we're supposed to start with.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of chase it down and figure out, okay, where do we need to send the prescription for the HCG injection?
Okay.
And then we'll let you know, because what will happen is they're going to reach out to you and say, hey, we've got a prescription for you. Here's your copayment, and we're going to ship it to you. And they usually will ship it free of charge.
Okay, so it'll come to my house.
Yeah, or your work, wherever you want it to. So they'll verify, where do you want it shipped and all of that. It's a kind of a big hassle, but that's the way a lot of the injectable and fertility drugs work with insurance. So it's unfortunate, but to get the drug covered, it's certainly worth it.
Okay, so then is that something that I'll have to do on my own, or will I do that at the...
Yep. Well, it depends on how big your follicles are, but if it's time and we can do it in the office, we'll show you how to do the first injection and do it for you.
Okay.
If it's a situation where we want you to take it tomorrow, then we're going to show you or your spouse how to do it for you. It's a very easy injection. It's a very short needle, kind of like a diabetic person would take insulin. It's something that you self-administer into your belly, just because most people have a little bit of belly fat there, and it's just a needle that's about a half an inch that you just basically poke it in the skin and push the plunger.
Okay.
Okay, so what we'll have you do once you call with your period and we schedule that appointment, we'll remind you, okay, bring your HCG with you.
Okay.
That way we can do it for you if it's time. If not, we can show you how to do it and how to mix it and all of that.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay, so don't panic about that.
Okay.
And then the last prescription I'm going to call in for you is called Prometrium. It's a progesterone.
Oh, okay.
After you ovulate several days, he wants you to be on a vaginal progesterone supplementation. Oftentimes with PCOS, you're going to be lacking a little bit of progesterone. That won't start until several days after ovulation. But at least I can get the scripts called in. You've got everything that you need. We will kind of talk you through what to do when.
Okay. So then is that something you guys will you be able to tell when I ovulate for that? Okay.
Yep, based on the ultrasound and when we do the injection.
Okay.
There won't be any guesswork. We'll tell you guys when to have intercourse to get the most optimum results.
Okay.
Okay, so
Perfect.
It sounds like a lot, but we're going to take it a little bit at a time. Right now, all you need to do is make sure you've got a negative pregnancy test.
Okay.
If so, you can start the Provera.
Okay.
The directions are going to say 1 a day for 10 days, and call us when you get a period. If you happen to start over the weekend, call us on Monday.
Okay.
That's all you got to know for right now.
Perfect. Okay.
Then when you're here, we'll tell you the next steps to know.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, there you go, honey. Now all of your questions are answered about the... Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
About why my ovaries will look the same?
Yeah,
You did?
I think so.
Okay, well, if you didn't hear, she said basically that I'm always going to have... my ovaries are always going to look polycystic, that the metformin is not going to change that. It's just going to change the quality of the follicles. And so, I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens next.
Yep.
So now we just have to get the medicine. The very first medicine. I guess apparently there's a whole bunch of ones that I need to be on as well that I didn't know about, but that's okay. So... what do you think, honey?
I think we've had a productive day. I think it's time to relax and be grateful for all the help we've received.
Yes.
And just pray for success. That's what I think. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Excited to hear all these big words that mean that we're getting closer to having a baby.
All these big words and steps and procedures of what you need to do, when you need to do it. And so the only thing I'm not looking forward to, well, now there's two things. And the first one is the belly injection. That sounds painful. And the progesterone injection vaginally. That does not sound fun.
Not at all. Oh my gosh. Whew. I'm glad you're the woman.
Oh, yeah. Lucky you.
Yeah. Well, guys, we learned a lot today. We're glad you're tagging along and care about us so much. We feel so loved. If you have any comments, please place them below. And we will just talk to you next time. Thanks for coming along.
Yeah, we're going to be recording pretty much the whole process, like we said in a couple of videos before. If you haven't seen the first video with our fertility specialist, we'll link that below. I've had a couple of updates, so please feel free to subscribe. You'll get notifications every time we do an update. We'll be keeping you updated on the when we start our period. Well, my period, not yours. But I'll keep you updated on that. I'll keep you updated on the ultrasound on day 3 and then also on day 12, and maybe even show you guys the injection. Oh, I don't know, we'll see. We probably will. But other than that, like Jacob said, like us, thumbs up, subscribe, and thanks again. Thanks for the support. Thank you for your comments, for all the messages that we've already gotten, and just all the love that we've received from everyone following us. We really, really appreciate it, and we feel that, we feel really grateful for just the love and support that we get from you guys. So thanks. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Why don't you go look in the mirror? Not that mirror. Ew, they don't want to see your eyeballs.